Hello and welcome to another Dawn of War video. So let's buy 5 heroes and let's assist the hero pool. There's a Leshrac Sand King, so we could abuse the nihilism and it would boost magic damage. We could also add Bloodseeker to that combo. But there's an Abaddon Alchemist and Meepo. So that's a perfect Meepo game. Could also use a PA against a carry enchantress. But if we play Meepo, we're gonna have to ban Bloodseeker. It's a good thing we're a VIP right now. Let's ban Bloodseeker. Let's buy Alchemist, Meepo, and Wyvern. Let's buy Zeus as well, since he deals more damage early. Okay, so I think we're definitely gonna pick Meepo. It's just a matter of who we're picking with him. We could use Wyvern for our Initiator. Alchemist is definitely gonna provide value because we want all our Meepos to have Aghs. So he's gonna get buffed from that as well. So we want someone who's gonna jump in. But I don't think we can pick Leshrac for that because Nihilism is kind of counterintuitive. We could actually pick this SF. We can build the magic SF. That's AoE damage. This guy's also gonna probably pick Meepo. So yeah, let's buy Alch and this SF. Then let's pick the left side talent because we are building Meepo and most likely other people are gonna build him too. We could use this Abaddon for our front lines. So we want 4 heroes aside from Meepo. So we have Alch, Wyvern, SF, and yeah, Abaddon. So I think that's our lineup. We're gonna build SF first. Have Meepo clone from SF. Let's just fill our unit count here. And then after he clones from SF, that would depend on the neutral items that we get. So for our lineup, we have Winter Wyvern as an initiator. We have our Abaddon as a tanker and support. So Alch's gonna give him an Aghs, and whenever his ult is activated, he's gonna heal anyone surrounding him. Which would mean our Meepo would be stronger because they'll be tankier because of Abaddon's ult. And then we have Alchemist as our right clicker and SF as our magic damage. And then Meepo is gonna do Meepo things. So let's get rid of that Zeus. And let's get rid of PA as well. So since we're VIP, we can highlight the heroes that we want to pick. Abaddon, SF, Meepo, Wyvern, and Alchemist. Okay, let's roll for levels. So again, put your high levels in your recycle bin by low levels and then merge them in. But since we're fighting, let's keep our high levels out. I'll try to be as descriptive as I can as to the strat for building the Meepo team. Okay, we're fighting again, but let's try to roll for higher level heroes before readying up. We want to get level 25 Meepos as early as possible because it's just going to be more expensive the longer the game lasts. Okay, let's bring out our main lineup. So main reason why I pick 4 heroes other than Meepo is that some people tend to focus on just one hero and Meepos, but that makes you lose a lot early game. So what I do is I pick 4 heroes, preferably someone with the wave clear. And then one of those heroes is gonna be our main early game carry, which is SF for this game. And then we need crowd control as well, which is our Winter Wyvern. So we want to max out our first 4 heroes and then we buy levels and then we bring out our Meepo one by one. Okay, we have level 25 for all our heroes. Let's bring those 4 heroes out. So what we do is we really roll for Meepo as we need it. Right now, we're 20 out of 18, so we can bring out our 4 other heroes. Once we get to 25 out of 25, we can bring out our first Meepo, or we can bring out our 2 Meepos, but I only have 1 right now, so I'm gonna have to roll for the second one. Meepo lineup is usually overcapped. Another thing I forgot to mention is there's no point in bringing out any Meepos that you have if you don't have any items that he can clone. Preferably, we have a BKB Aeon Disk and a Trident. Let's buy levels and get that talent. I'm bringing out Meepo right now because we already have some items on out. Another advantage of having a Meepo is you don't really need neutral items that much. Sometimes you just need three. Because if you give him an Aghs, he copies the neutral item of the hero he targets, as well as the assassin medal. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is build my second Meepo and then get level 25 for my sprite, take that item talent, and then start building. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's get that second Meepo. Okay, for this Echo Saber, we could turn this into an Aghs for SF. We have that Kaya from earlier that we could turn into a Trident. The Vanguard, we could probably turn into an Aeon Disk or a Bloodstone. So we're not wasting any components. Let's go ahead and buy that Aghs for our SF. Just buy a BKB for him too. Then let's give him these items. So Meepo copies the first three items. So the top layer. Unless it's an Aghs or Refresher Orb or an Aegis. The items that you want Meepo to clone, always put it at the top level. Lincolns, we can disassemble this for a pressure orb. Just give the ultimate orb to Alchemist for now. We also have that belt for our Trident, so we could buy a Trident for next round. Since we're not fighting, let's hold off on buying the Trident. So the end goal for a Meepo is always to have 4 Meepos, all with Aghs, all with Agh Shard, and we want them to clone specifically a Fallen Sky, a Trident, and a Beast Horn. We have a free Manta, so it's a good thing we didn't buy that Trident yet. We can disassemble this, give the orb to Alch, and then let's buy the Trident. Let's also buy that refresher orb. So what happens is, if the arrangement is like this, what Meepo will clone is BKB, Trident, and then the Vanguard. Let's give this glove to Alchemist for now. I think I'm gonna sell it. I wanna buy a Aeon Disk. Let's bring in the second Meepo since we're gonna fight. And we already have good items for him to clone. Let's sell this to buy an Aeon Disk. Let's rearrange the items. Okay, we can buy the third Meepo. So later, let's roll for level 25 Sprite. And then we can put in a third Meepo once we have him. Free Aghs. That's perfect. We want to have as much free Aghs as possible because we have an Alchemist. Let's disassemble this Vanguard and get an Octarine Core. And let's buy a Bloodstone as well. The only thing missing right now is a Fallen Sky for our Eze. Let's level up our SF, and for tier 1 tokens, we could go for a Timeless Relic for now, for additional magic damage. For our lineup, I think we just need 3 neutral items. So we want SF to have a Spell Prism. Then the tier 4 would go to Abaddon. And tier 5 token to Alchemist. And then we will have our Meepos clone Alchemist later. Eternal Shroud, we can disassemble this. We could use the Ogre Axe and the Ring of Health. Let's buy that Fallen Sky. Let's rearrange the items. Oh! Oh, okay. I forgot to put it back. Sorry, Tolin. Oh, but he's actually really strong. A PA Lycan combo. Can't believe he carried me that hard. Let's put these items back. Let's buy that Meepo. Tier 2. Let's just use the Witchbane for our Alchemist for attack speed. Let's level him up. Or do I want to level up Meepo? I think Alchemist has more value right now. Let's buy those levels and get that right side talent. MKB for Alch. Could give the heart to Alchemist as well. Satanic. Let's give that to Alchemist. Let's just disassemble this and build an Aeon Disk for our Meepo, since what they're cloning now is already Fallen Sky, BKB, and Trident. So they need their own Aeon Disks. The logic there is you want them to clone the expensive items, and then you can just buy them individual, cheaper items. Tier 3, we want that Spell Prism. So let's roll for the Spell Prism. There we go. It's the timeless relic. We could give it to. Let's just sell it. Then let's level up a Meepo. We can give Meepo an Aghs. So 2 Meepos have Aghs now. BKB, yeah, we can definitely turn this Ogre Axe into an Aghs. Let's buy that. And it turned into a Scatty. Let's disassemble. Here we go. Then let's buy Agshard for Meepo and SF. We could also start rolling for our third Meepo now. We only roll for 3 Meepos and roll for the fourth one once it's top 4 because you can buy them immediately at level 10 instead of starting from level 1. It's much cheaper. Let's buy an Aeon Disk for Meepo and then give him Alchemist Tome of Knowledge. Okay. Let's level up Alchemist. We could get this Mirror Shield for Abaddon. Let's roll for that third Meepo. So we can overcap 35 over 30 with our third Meepo. Greaves, let's give it to Abaddon. Let's buy a nullifier for Meepo so that they can hit Leshrac at Nihilism. Let's bring the third Meepo in. Let's also give him an Ag Shard. Can't buy an Aghs for him yet.
Radiant victory.
tier 5. We could go for God of War or Ex Machina. Let's just go for Ex Machina. Then we can sell this Witchbane. Let's level up our third Meepo. We're not fighting, so let's put Wyvern aside. Okay, so we need an Aeon Disk and an Aghs for that Meepo. Let's disassemble this. We could use this for a Shadow Blade. We could use this for a Trident. Let's just sell this. Let's buy a Scaddy for those ultimate orbs to have some use. We could buy an Abyssal for one of the Meepos too. Buy an Aghs for a Meepo, and then let's bring out this Wyvern since we're fighting. An Aeon Disk. And then let's buy a Trident for our Alchemist. Looks like we're lacking damage. Let's level up Abaddon. I think we just need to give our Abaddon an Aghs and we will survive a lot more. Or we could give more damage to Alchemist. Yeah, let's buy an Abyssal for one of the Meepos. Then let's buy a Shadow Blade for our Alchemist. Can't afford the Silver Edge yet. Let's buy a Shard for Alchemist as well, since it seems he's lacking attack speed. So some people tend to build their Meepos with aura items. I prefer giving them single target clickables like Nullifier, Bloodthorn, Abyssal. Because at the late stage of the game, you want to delete the enemy carry with your Meepos using an Assassin Medal. Let's give this Caddy to Meepo, and then let's buy a Refresher Orb and Silver Edge for our Alchemist. But I can't afford the Silver Edge yet. So we already have 200 bonus damage from giving Aghs. We still have to give Aghs to our fourth Meepo and Abaddon. We're not fighting. Let's put aside Wyvern first. We need a Fallen Sky for our Alchemist, and we can start having our Meepos clone him. Sangiyasha, we can disassemble this. This is another Aghs for Abaddon. So he has his own Leshrac, and then an enemy has a Leshrac, so the Meepos can't really hit. If we're fighting, let's bring in Wyvern. It's ready up, and let's buy that Silver Edge. We can buy the Fallen Sky as well. So let's buy that. Next round, we're gonna have our Meepos clone Alchemist. Let's sell this Aegis, and let's put our Wyvern aside. Let's rearrange these items. And let's move our Meepos beside our Alchemist. So now they will all have Ex Machinas, which means that's twice the BKB, twice the Fallen Sky. Shiva's Guard, let's give it to Abaddon. Let's give him a Refresher Orb as well. Then let's buy an Aeon Disk and an Ag Shard for our fourth Meepo. Let's bring out Wyvern and give him these things first, since it's still not top 4. Let's upgrade the BKB to a Beast Horn. So this guy has a carry alchemist, and his Aegis is in the backpack. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, top 4. Let's roll for our fourth Meepo. Okay, let's give Meepo the Tome of Knowledge and everything that Wyvern has. Let's buy an Aghs for him. Oh, I misarranged the items. Let's rearrange the items of Alchemist. Let's put Wyvern aside first since we're not fighting. Let's check our enemies. This guy has a lot of items on the floor. This lineup's kind of all over the place. Wind Waker, let's disassemble this. We don't need this anymore since we have Aghs for everyone. We don't need this either. I think we can buy a Hex. Yeah, let's buy a Hex for our Meepo.
Radiant victory.
Let's put in Wyvern. We are fighting against carry Alchemist guy. So let's assassinate Alchemist. So the benefit of our Meepos having single target items is that they can surely burst Alchemist. So we have a nullifier to disable Aeon Disk. And then we have an Abyssal and the Hex. I think we buy Refresher Orbs for our Meepos. And since they have Ex Machina, that means 3 times the item usage. So his Alchemist is not responding because the Aegis is in the second slot of the backpack. So if he moves it to the first, that should be what gets pulled in after he uses the Refresher Orb. I'm not sure. Let's just tell him to switch the Aegis and this Beso. Some unsolicited advice right there. Let's give Refresher Orbs to our Meepos. He still didn't switch it, so up to him. Okay, we're pretty much good to go with our lineup, so let's just buy a Refresher Orb and an Aeon Disk for our Winter Wyvern. Alchemist is really our only opponent in his lineup. Everyone else we can just burst. His Meepos don't even have Aghs, which is weird. And his Alchemist doesn't have Aghs stacks, but all of his heroes require Aghs. So I don't think he's using his Alchemist properly. This is one of the things that you can pick up from this game. Having Alchemist give Aghs to your teammates is very important. His Lycan even bit the wrong guy. So positioning also very important. What else can we buy? Let's buy an attack free for Wyvern since he's being targeted. Horse boots maybe? Or a glimmer or something. Let's put Abaddon beside him. Yeah, let's buy some force boots. Let's give Abaddon a Radiance. He has his 4th Meepo now. Yeah, so he has no Aghs at all for his Meepo. As you can see, Abaddon is sustaining the entire group. So this is really like the perfect Meepo game. An Alchemist and an Abaddon. With no Bloodseeker. Let's move Wyvern around. Don't know how we can avoid him being bursted. Let's just put a delayer on him. Then let's give Abaddon. Do we want to give him a Blade Mail? I think let's just give him a Mjolnir. Let's just make him a right clicker. Let's give him a Satanic too. He's still not rearranging the items. Yeah, that's it. That's GG. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you next video.